Welcome. In this video we're going to be looking at how to make a cluster stitch. So I'm just going to be using the fabric sample I've made from the different stitch videos that we've been doing from the stitch guide. I'll put the link below. You can just practice these on any piece of fabric sample that you've got, or you can just chain, so make 10 chains and then work into the chains. So you may have just a row of chains rather than all this fabric. It doesn't actually matter. So we're going to be using, to make the cluster stitch, we use the US double, UK treble. So I'm just going to get to the end of my row. Yep, and we're going to chain 2. And we're then going to turn our work if you're using a sample. If not, you'll just be going straight into your chains. So that first stitch, we're going to make a US double, UK treble. So we're going to yarn over, insert, pull the yarn through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're then going to chain 2 just so that we can give ourselves a bit of space. We're going to skip 2 stitches and we're going to work in this third stitch over here to make our first cluster. So when you make clusters, you'll see different patterns will tell you to make either a 2-stitch, 3-stitch or 4-stitch cluster, sometimes even a 5-stitch cluster. So we're going to be looking at 2, 3 and 4-stitch clusters, and the clusters are made by using the US double, UK treble, and we've just made one of those, so we know that we can make one of those. So we're going to yarn over, we're going to skip 1, 2 and go into the third stitch. Insert the hook, pull the yarn through. So you've got 3 loops on the hook like a normal US double, UK treble. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So instead of finishing that stitch, we're going to start another stitch. So we're going to yarn over and insert the hook into the same space, pull the yarn through. We should have 4 loops on the hook now. So we're going to yarn over, pull through 2. So now we've got 3 loops on the hook and 2 stitches have begun. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops to finish the stitch. And there's your first cluster. It's a little 2-stitch cluster. So we're now going to chain 2, 1, 2. We're going to skip those 2 stitches and we're now going to make a 3-stitch cluster. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull the yarn through, 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, 2 loops left on the hook. Yarn over, insert the hook, pull the yarn through, 4 loops on the hook. So we're going to start that second stitch by yarning over and pulling through 2 loops. We're now going to start the third stitch. Yarn over, insert the hook into the same space and pull the yarn through. You should have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So you've now started the third stitch. We're now going to finish the cluster. Yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And that's our second cluster. See, it's slightly bigger than the first. Now we're going to make a 4-stitch cluster. So again, we're going to give ourselves some space. We're going to chain 2. We're going to skip 2 stitches and we're going to work in the third stitch again. So we're going to start our first stitch, yarn over, insert your hook, pull the yarn through. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's our first stitch started. We're now going to start the second stitch. Yarn over, insert the hook, pull the yarn through. 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's our second stitch started. Yarn over, insert the hook, pull the yarn through. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. We've now started the third stitch. So we've got 4 loops on the hook. We're now going to start the 4th and last stitch. So we're going to yarn over, insert the hook into the same place, pull the yarn through. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So we've now got 4 stitches started in that same space. We've got 5 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops. And then I'm just going to chain 2 we're going to skip 2, and I'm going to make a US double, UK treble, just so that I can put my work down. And you can see those stitches now. So we've got a 2, 3 and 4 stitch clusters, and you can just practice those as much as you like. These are great little stitches. You'll see these are often used to make petals on flowers and things. And in the next video we'll be looking at how to make popcorns.